first order of business is it's a continuum. The earlier you are in the cycle, the less likely you're mature enough for HP to ship something right out of the box that you have. Because the level of maturity of the company, can they even do localization? Can they get all the certificates that are necessary around the world, whether it's UL and CE and all these others, to be able to make it possible for HP to ship? So earlier stage companies tend to be more things that we look at as investments. Later stage companies tend to be things that we can commercialize. And it's something in there along the way. So if you think you have something that HP could partner with you and ship, there's nothing better for your valuation than a PO from HP, right? I'm certain that'll help anybody. You know, if you're looking for investment, sometimes as part of a syndicated round, HP can help you find other investors that might want to help fill out the round, because we know people that think like we do and are interested in the kind of things we're interested in. So we can help in that way as well. We also do a lot of mentorship. You know, we try to get in there and help you with some of the ideas that you have, or let you pressure test things on us. And I think it's a huge help to have access to people in a large corporation to see how they think about the things you're building. Team's most important. The first thing is you're looking at the team. And there should be two people. It's the rule of two. Even the Sith had an apprentice, right? There's usually a very technical person, and hopefully there's a business person. The technical person tends to not be the person running the business plans. They don't want to do the slides. They don't want to talk to everybody. They just want to work on the tech. The business person generally doesn't have the depth that the potential CTO might have. So we're always looking for a partnership of two strong individuals. The second thing we're looking for is, what have they done in the past that looks like what they're doing now? Have they done another small startup that they've grown? Have they had a great exit? If they've done this at all in the past, did they work with investors that believed in them and they got high quality investors? Are they in that process of hiring the first 10 people, and how's that going? Do they even know where to find those folks? Sometimes we just find students that came out of school, they have a great idea, they've got the nascent ability to get some idea to the point where it can be commercialized, but they've never run a company. They might be fighting amongst themselves about the best way to do that. And those are not good signs, you know, for a company that can be able to make it all the way. You know, so you have to look at what's happening with those two people. What is their ecosystem around themselves, their family? You know, who are their friends? Who are the people that are supporting them? Where's their money coming from? What is the chance that they're going to get more rounds of funding to keep them alive? Are they thinking in terms of the experience they're trying to deliver? And are they picking a marketplace that's big enough to support their ambitions? I think a lot of times I find companies that have come up with a really awesome idea that's really important, but the marketplace for that is so small that it doesn't support venture funding. So maybe you go get a loan from Silicon Valley Bank, but you don't go get venture funding, because venture funding is like pouring gasoline on an existing fire. It's got to have something that's got a gigantic hockey stick, uber-sized kind of things. And if what you have is something that will support 20 people over a nice, 10-year period and their families, and that's it, it's probably not venture fundable, even if it's really great stuff. Looking at those founders, how big are they thinking? Have they identified a pain point that's good for so many people? It can be a rocket ship. I think one of the things that's important for startups to realize is that investors have an investment thesis. You mentioned that I'm a hardware investor. There's not a lot of us around. Most people, investors, like software, they like things. Software takes less time to realize profits and valuation. It takes less people and less money, and you get your money back faster. So hardware investors are a special breed of people, because it takes more money and it takes longer, and it's less people know what to look for when there's a hardware investment. But for whatever discipline that you're in, do some research and figure out what the guy across the table is interested in. Because if you're going to somebody that's interested in sustainability and you have no sustainability story, they're not going to really be interested in what you have to talk about. If I'm interested in hardware and you want to talk to me about an app store app, for a phone, that's not going to help either one of us. We're going to burn an hour of time and realize that I can't help you, and you can't get anything out of me because I may not know anybody that can help you. So figure out who you're talking to, what they're interested in. Make sure that your messages are really clear for that particular investor you're talking to. And don't feel bad, like if you decide to pass on somebody because they don't have what you have. They have specific areas they want to invest in. That's their investment thesis. Find out what that is. And if you got the right person, they'll be very interested in what you have to say. But I'll tell you what, we do a lot in cybersecurity. We do a lot in gaming. The things I was rattling off earlier, manufacturing, 4.0, that kind of stuff, we're really interested in. And think about the future of computing. What is it that we're going to do to make all of this better? When I started off saying, I believe there's startups out there who have had the same experience I have for the last 18 months. Someone's got to be thinking about, what can I do to do this without Zoom or Teams or Office? There's got to be a better way, right? Who's thinking about that? What is that going to be? Someone must have a better way of doing pitch decks by now. Deck robot, whatever. Where are those guys? Because those are the people that are being hunted down right now, because everyone wants to have a better experience. So bring those people forward, because we want to help you.